Oh, hello there, Capricorn. It is a pleasure to read your cards. Thank you for coming to this general November reading. You guys were so awesome through October, through all the views. I must be connecting with you guys wholeheartedly because I've been getting a lot of views from Capricorn, and I really appreciate you guys for that. All the comments, the sharing, the views. It just means so much to me when I know that I can connect. And I'm not sure why, especially with you guys right now. Maybe there's a lot on the go. You guys are feeling quite inquisitive, or there could be a lot of uncertainty surrounding you. Of course, it's normally why you get a tarot reading or you want to have a look at the cards. It's usually to clear something up or find something out. And that's my intention, is to read cards for healing and to reveal stuck energies. As always, I ask Capricorn that you set an intention as well for the reading. These tarot readings, the generals are going to be a bit more streamlined. I'm going to try and get away from the half-hour, 40-minute readings and try and get them down to 15, 20 minutes just so I'm not taking up too much of your time. But of course, you know, sometimes getting these messages out do take time. One of the main reasons why I don't point the camera at my face for these readings is because I have my eyes closed a lot of the times. I'll get the image of the card in my retina, and then I allow that image to travel and to move, and then along with whatever the feeling is, that's when the words start to flow. That's kind of how I connect, and Capricorn, I wanted to share that with you. So just so you know, please do set an intention, because so many of you are viewing now that there's so many messages for so many people that when you set the intention, it really helps the connectivity. All right, I think Tarot's ready to go here. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. You click the button. You're here. We're going to do it. We're going to do the 7-card spread looking at the chakra, the energy centers within the body, and we're going to move that through the messages, and we're going to have a look at the bottom of the deck to see what's going on in the overall environment. A 6, you've got the 6 of Wands up in the overall environment. So something good is either on its way or has just occurred, I feel. This could be just like something that has boosted your spirits, or as well, this could be a situation where you were vindicated through the discovery of truth, through truth like promoting you, setting you free at this time, okay? The warning always with the 6 of Wands when we see it here, though, is we have to kind of maintain some humility through a situation so that we can keep the good fortune rolling. It's all a matter of, like, you know, like that person that's at the craps table and he's just like, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. And then he keeps winning and winning, and then he gets more pompous. He gets a little bit more arrogant. And then the next thing you know, it's all gone in a heartbeat, that kind of thing. So it's the humility that is and the humble attitude that is driving good fortune at this time. That is what 6 of Wands has to say. Okay, let's go on the root chakra. Ooh, the Tower. Some of you could be moving. Some of you could have relationships that are ending or changing in nature, okay? And I don't mean to scare you. It's not like, you know, someone's going to up and leave, but they may need to go somewhere for a while. The Tower indicates some sort of travel and change of residence. It can also indicate a career change, where your bread and butter is coming from. Some of you could be, you know, unfortunately enough, in terms of like being laid off or having to take a job that is like something that you weren't hoping for, but just to make ends meet, get things through, all right? The Tower, the traditional Tower is like shaky foundations. It's like when something occurred that was, you know, somebody put some too much icing on the cake, so to speak. And there's like, where was the substance? Where was the firmament in what happened? You know, was... and this being in your physical environment, I would encourage you all now to get checkups. If you've got a lingering health issue, go have it looked at. Go make sure that you're like protecting yourself in all senses of the word, and freeing yourself from relationships that could be endangering things in regards to like personal safety or even a broken heart. You want to distance yourself from anybody that is up to no good at this time. And for some of you, you will know exactly who that is or what that situation is. For others, I feel that this is yet to be revealed. The Tower is sort of like very mystic still. It's like the rumbling of the storm before the lightning actually strikes. Nobody actually knows where that first lightning bolt is going to come down, and it's like, you better make sure you have cover. You better make sure that there is some sort of like physical security around you, because you don't want to get caught out or left out of a certain situation. A big energy to see here, but I don't see it being enough to like set you back or knock you out of the game, right? Or whether the old Gil on The Simpsons said, the wolves are on old Gil's door again, you know, that kind of thing. Just be mindful that if you're in relationships that are drawing you too far out of your comfort zone, if people are up to things that you're like, I'm not certain about that, I don't know if that's really legit, you want to take a step back. It doesn't mean you're breaking a bond or anything like that. You just say, hey, that's your gig. I'm going to do my own thing. I got other things to think about. I got well-being to think about, okay? Now, in the sacral area, creative centers, we got 8 of Cups reversed, okay? So some of you have been on the same train for a little bit too long, I feel. Some of you are waiting for an inspiration or a recognition of your work, okay? It's almost like you're ready to give up on something, but it's almost like too early or prematurely giving up on something. Now, there's going to be many different things for many different people, because this speaks to your creative center, which is our individuality. The sacrum is the place that makes you unique. It makes you who you are. So maybe there is a little bit of conditioned thinking that is still directing us, or is still causing a little bit of apprehension to go out and really do what we want to do. Go out and fulfill those fantasies, fulfill those dreams, fulfill those desires. But there is this apprehension that needs to be sort of let go of, whether it was an expectation of a parent, an expectation of another person. Maybe someone has, left you feeling like you didn't live up to that because you chose to, sing songs about, something rather than, going out and turning wrenches or, framing houses or something like that. This card in your creative center, it says, be yourself. Don't allow anyone to direct your creativity. It's kind of interesting how, like, in the world today, we have directors that direct actors, and art connoisseurs that critique art, and coaches that tell athletes that it has to be this way or they will never achieve perfection or excellence, right? Well, it's like, you know what? It serves its purpose to a point. But if it's at the point where it's taking away from your enjoyment of doing what you do, don't let that coach, that director, that connoisseur, that critic make or break you. This is more about you doing what you love, okay? Regardless of what anyone else says. Okay, up in the solar plexus, a good card to see here in the star card, right? This is kind of creating a path for yourself, or making your way, putting in work, so to speak, so that your dreams can come true. I feel, Capricorn, at this time, if you have a lot of goals in mind, or if you are being like in an entrepreneurial place where you're getting after yours, you're not sort of doing the slave to the 9-to-5 kind of thing, you're really breaking out now, you're really wanting to do it. This is that affirmative thinking that is going to help you. And as well, this is the intuitive knowing that you will be successful no matter what other people say. As we move up these chakras now, once your solar plexus begins to realize it, you begin to get the gumption to tell somebody like, you know what? It doesn't matter, Charlie. I'm in it because I wanted to do this particular way, and if it means that there's a deal broken, well, you know what? Maybe I'm going to ditch this particular way and do what I've always wanted to do. And the intuitive, the solar plexus are saying you're right. You will be successful. There is success to be had when you follow your dreams, when you stay true to yourself or true to your original project. Don't worry about letting other people down. Don't worry about breaking deals or partnerships or collaborations at this time. if there's been creative conflict, you know, this star card is saying that there is a great spiritual reward for those of you, Capricorn, that break free of the regiment to embrace the true power and stand in your own power. And maybe this is what you've been struggling with. Maybe there's a concern that it's all going to come struggling down. Or maybe you're concerned that you might come off too pompous or a little bit too arrogant at this time just by sticking to your guns. But what I'm feeling from these cards is like you need to stick to your guns at this time, because if you don't, the success could be undermined by somebody else at this time. Okay, interestingly enough. All right, now more major arcana. Man, no wonder you guys have been with all the views. There's a lot going on for you guys. A strength reversal in the heart. So for some of you, this comes back to a health issue. This comes back to lifestyle changes that you need to make in order to start feeling better. We don't want Band-Aid cures. We don't want the pill to make it all go away. What we want is a refresh, the reset button to say, maybe for some of you, this is a cleanse. This is kind of dieting or getting back to the basics of what you know makes you feel good and putting away all the rest. And you are going to need to be healthy. For others of you, the feeling is that relationships are taking a great toll at this time. And they have been, I feel, all through October and November for you guys. It's like something's been up. Something you guys haven't been feeling your A game. You haven't been feeling yourself. And it's almost like relationships have been kind of on the edge. They've been a little bit difficult. There could be some things up in communication. There could be like two people that have different goals in mind, yet at one point in time, maybe you have some kids together and there's like kind of a wondering like, wow, could we ever be happy? Can we ever fulfill our dreams while we're still together kind of thing, right? With this lack of strength card. All right. Now, you've drawn this card, and I hope I'm saying this right, the Seneschal, the Seneschal, you know, I'd have to Google this again to really remember what's behind this verbiage, this nomenclature. I just have to basically go on the picture. And what I feel from this is that what you're hearing from other people has the key to make you or break you. And it's all about how you process that information in your heart. Look at all the green. And this is something to do with like physical attraction versus compatibility and chemistry. For those of you that are in it for the relationship part of the reading, it's kind of like, wow, there could be some very strong physical attraction. But then it's like, where's the community? Where is the connection? And how far down does it go? Is it a one-sided relationship? Is somebody telling you only things that you want to hear, or they think that you want to hear, in order to win your favor or for you to appreciate them, or vice versa? Okay, there could be some things from the past that are they need to be sort of kind of burnt out of your life, or really shaken down. They could be like, we've got the dog here, right? They could be dogging you, and the dog is coming up more so in like the communication. There's something going on from what is being spoken to what is being heard, and there could be some messages that and truth that is not being conveyed or getting through. The heart's truth is not really maybe coming out at this time, right? And you could be like masking over it with, just kind of putting it off for another day, or saying the words to sort of get the monkey off your back for another day, and that sort of thing. So take great care, Capricorn, to take care of your health. So the feeling that I have, in all honesty, is a bit of anxiety. There is some misplaced frustrations and some confusion that surrounds you getting through a situation. It's like, I can't just tell you to like wish it all away, or it's all good, don't worry about it. The heart is saying like there's a bit of conflict that's there, or there needs to be some sort of a release in order for the anxiety to go away. Some of you just straight up need to get a massage. Some of you straight up need to find out what's going on with your body in order so that you can feel happy again. And others of you, you've got to find out, is somebody taking away from your power? Are you not standing in your power? And is the anxiety, it might not be present every day, but is there an underlying thing that's like eating away at it? And it's like, it kind of feels like it happens all at once, but it really didn't, because it built up over a lot of time. What's that? The straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing. All right, so do take good care. Take care of yourself this November. It's like, don't be out, carousing around. If people got colds and you want to kind of like make sure you're eating healthy as well, Capricorn. A lot going on with physical health, I feel. All right. Up in the throat chakra, in the ether, we've got a reversal on a King of Pentacles here. So this could be the fact that somebody is into your pocketbook, somebody is telling you things or asking you to invest, somebody is, maybe trying to woo you over with promises at this time as well. And it could be a situation where you've got a lot of time invested with somebody, and it's like talking to them is like butting heads. It's like you can't quite figure out how two people can be happy while being together while chasing separate dreams. Where is the compromise? Is there enough love? Is there enough commitment to this person in order for compromise to exist? And if this is an earth sign, another earth sign that is being stubborn with you, maybe you're together with a Taurus or a Virgo, and it's like they're going through a lot as well. All earth signs are. So earth relationships could be very tricky. And the King of Pentacles in your communication saying to you, do you have the ability to speak out? Do you have the ability to release stress through your words? Because we had this up in the heart, what's being said versus what's being heard. Again, this comes up in the communication. It's saying like you are kind of ducking and dodging. You're kind of being like the ostrich in this situation, where it's like, if you don't see it, if we can pull it off for another, it can't hurt us. But if we do that for too long, we end up with these stresses and these anxieties that can make us physically sick, when all we really have to do is stand in our power and address this through our communication, and it can be dealt with, and that monkey can be off the back, so to speak. Okay, now we had the Six of Wands, right, which was kind of like vindication, being victorious, right, but staying humble. So for a lot of you, this storyline is like you're trying to figure out a way to deal with somebody, a way to like let someone down gently, or agree to disagree, or a situation it's like maybe you just need to take the Ross and Rachel, spend some time apart, right, before things really come shaking down. There could be breakups in your future for this month for you, Capricorn. I won't sugarcoat it, right? These cards are just drawing too much. But there is positivity. There is victory behind all of it. So there's no need to worry or fret over lost time. Okay. Wow, what a great card to see here up in the pineal, up in the third eye chakra. You guys have pulled number 3 major, the Empress. And she's here to remind you that everything, no matter how deep of a ditch or a hole you might be in, or how long you've been floating sort of aimlessly down the river without anything to cling to, the Empress is saying that your dreams, that your desires ultimately hold the key. That which you wish, that which you value, and that which drives you in spirit is your guiding light at this time. It is your sanctity, and it is your security. So don't be afraid to cling to it, okay? Don't be afraid of it. And because this is powerful energy, I don't blame you for being apprehensive surrounding this energy. It's because you are on the precipice or on the verge of something amazing and something new, but something or somebody is blocking the way, is not allowing you through to it. And your heart is could be very humble, or very wanting to cater to that which is actually holding you back. Okay, wow, some powerful messages coming through for healing. And in from source, crown chakra, we've got the Justice card. Lots of major arcana up. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 majors, okay? Excuse me. And with this 11 Justice card, this is saying that this vindication, this is going to work out for you, but it's not going to happen until you stand in your power, until you are telling the people around you that you have no power over me. It's like that old Labyrinth movie where she's up against David Bowie there, and then she says, you have no power, and then all of the facade just like slowly like falls away, and she realizes that everything is peaceful, everything is serene, and everything can work out right and can be as it should when we stand in our power, when we allow ourselves to be the center sometimes, when we don't cater to those who maybe don't give back, or to those who say we have to do better, or it can't be this way, or it has to be this way. So we want to remain dynamic. We want to remain very fluid in our fairness and say, you know, what's good for the goose might not be what's good for the gander. And we're forced to look at it here in November. Okay, Capricorn, some tough cards, but some excellent promise coming through the major arcana after some big shakeup. It's a pleasure to read your cards, Capricorn. I love you lots, and we'll see you next time.